This is just sad. This right here is just flat out, straight up heartbreaking to hear. When I saw this came across my timeline, I was like, wow, this is heartbreaking to say the least. In case you don't remember, it was, I believe, back in the summertime, we heard that the author, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Kazuki Takahashi, had passed away. He was apparently found in snorkeling gear, so he had died by the sea, and a lot of people were, devastated. This is a guy that, revolutionized the anime and manga world, the trading card world, all of that stuff. An icon, a global phenomenon for what he's done and what he contributed to this whole medium and culture or whatnot. And it was kind of just a little bit bizarre. Everybody didn't know what exactly happened. A lot of people were calling it just an accident. Well, according to what just came across right now with this breaking news, apparently the author of Yu-Gi-Oh's death is a lot even sadder than that. Let's read. Tori Station, Okinawa. A U.S. Army officer was recognized for rescuing 3 people from a riptide at a popular Okinawa dive spot in an episode that apparently killed a well-known Japanese manga artist. Major Robert Borgiu, 49, of Missoula Mont, the deputy operations officer for the 10th support group at Tori Station in Yomitan, was nominated by his command last month for the Soldier's Medal for his actions during the July 4th rescue at Mermaid's Grotto in Onna. The medal recognizes acts of heroism not involving actual conflict with an enemy. Kazuki Takahashi, 60, the creator of the popular Japanese manga series Yu-Gi-Oh!, attempted to aid Borgeo in the rescue unbeknownst to the American and drowned in the process. So I believe Mont was from Montana. A pained Borgeo told Stars and Stripes on October 3rd. "You play that what if game a lot," Borgeo said. "This guy had a huge impact on the world." Takahashi's body was found 2 days later about 1,000 feet offshore in Awa, Nago City, a Japan Coast Guard spokesman told Stars and Stripes by phone October 4th. His rental car was later found at Mermaid's Grotto, the spokesman said. The Coast Guard spokesman declined to confirm Takahashi's participation in the rescue attempt. However, his actions that day are detailed in several sworn witness statements provided by the Army. Borgeo, a scuba diving instructor, met a pair of students at Mermaid's Grotto at just after 2 p.m. that day. The conditions were really tough, he said. Borgeo spotted a Japanese woman calling for help, he said. She pointed towards her daughter, 11, and a U.S. soldier, 39, who were trapped in a rip current about 100 yards from shore. The rip current was sucking the pair out, but incoming 6-foot waves were crashing on them, creating a whirlpool effect, Borgeo recalled. Still wearing his running shoes, he and one of his students made their way out to the snorkelers through shallow water, while the other student called emergency services. Borgeo jumped into the rip current and sped out to the girl, but was quickly exhausted as he worked to bring her toward the shallows, he said. Then he encountered her mother, who had been sucked into the swirling waters as well. "I grabbed mom, and I grabbed the girl, and I just kicked for all life," Borgeo said. At some point during the rescue, Takahashi entered the water, Borgeo said. He said he didn't see the Japanese icon during the ordeal. Borgeo's students caught glimpses of him until he disappeared beneath the waves. "He's a hero," Borgeo said of Takahashi. "He died trying to save someone else." Borgeo said he got the woman into the shallows and returned for the soldier. He tried to help him out of the whirlpool, but was soon out of energy and in danger of drowning himself. "That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. I let the man go so I could save myself," he wrote in his Oh my God. Oh my God. He wrote in his witness statement that the Army provided. "I didn't think I was going to make it," Borgeo said, adding that he thought about his children. His student barked words of encouragement. Somehow Borgeo found his last bit of strength and made it out. He said he was then able to direct the soldier out of the whirlpool and onto the shore. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So much just to take in from that. For starters, above and before any of it, rest in peace to Kazuki Takahashi. He went out like the true legend and hero that he was and forever will be known as. Because for you to go out like that, that's a real hero. Somebody going out there and attempting to save lives, that's a real hero. This was an elderly man, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't a young guy. So the fact that he even went in there speaks volumes of his character, speaks volumes of the person that he was, and overall is just heroic to say the least. Then on top of that, we find out in this, because again, all we heard was this was a snorkeling accident. We didn't hear any of these details over the summer, and a lot of us were just kind of puzzled, like, what's going on here? He had a what? Like, it just kind of didn't even make sense, to be honest with you, when I heard it. I personally thought that there had to be more to the story because it just kind of didn't add up. Now we're hearing from this army vet soldier that basically he had to let Takahashi go. If not, he would have drowned himself. So he was attempting to save him and essentially was out of energy. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, at the end of the day, what can you do, right? If you was in his shoes, you cannot speak on what you would do because you don't know. Would you have attempted to keep on going, especially if you're at that point exhausted and out of energy after just saving 2 other people? The world will never know, and I don't think it's for us to necessarily judge. It's a sad situation. It's tragic as hell. Like, this is easily one of the most saddest things I've ever had to read from, an author or somebody in the anime and manga industry. Like, this is just flat out sad. But also, I think more importantly than any of that, excluding, the army soldier that at the end of the day, he was a hero because he did save people as well. Takahashi was a hero. That's what I think we need to focus on with this whole tragedy, because at the end of the day, he's somebody that we should look to like, oh, he was a real one. He was somebody that no matter what, something as crazy as that situation, he was trying to go out like a true hero. So let me know, I guess, what you guys feel about this. How do you feel about this? Very heavy stuff, very heavy story. And shout outs to, again, to that army soldier for saving those other people. And once again, rest in peace to Kazuki Takahashi. This is just heartbreaking. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the usual outro. Thanks for watching, I guess.